What's going on, Internet? Hope y'all feeling, living, and looking as good as I am. 2026 is off to a adventurous, energetic, chaotic, wild year thus far, right? A lot of things going on, a lot of things moving, a lot of rebirth occurring within myself and definitely on this planet. Hopefully y'all feel it so y'all can align with it and not have to be a casualty of it in some capacity. So check this out. Since I've mastered in the arts of fitness, health, wellness, personal development, artistry, and craftsmanship, I just figured I would enlighten y'all on a few things. This is specifically for the men out here, but clearly a lot of what I'm about to say is universal. So, ladies, y'all can get something from it too as well. Everyone should strive to learn something new every day, not every week, not every month, not every year, not on New Year's, no resolutions. Every single day, learn something new. There's an abundance of unlimited knowledge, wisdom, and understanding for us to have access to, not only with our supercomputers, i.e., our phones, but just in our day in and day out of living and learning in order to learn to live. So let me help you with a little bit of that. Health is your most invaluable asset, not your money, not your following, not your kids. Time is your most invaluable resource because each one of us have a finite amount of it and nobody knows when they're going to go. So therefore, you want to make the best of every moment that you have, which is why when I begin these videos, I say, I hope y'all living, looking, and feeling as good as I am. To reach the level that I've reached, the levels, it's plural, that I've reached, especially at my age, it took this type of mindset along with consistent exercise, fasting, affirmation or prayer, daily reflection, learning something new daily, daily self-evaluating, and embracing the process of refinement, which is a requirement for divine alignment. All of these gurus that tell you, in order to be successful in business, I only need 3.5 hours of sleep. And I get up in the morning and I grind and I go through the day and I do business and yada yada. Don't listen to that. That might work for some of them, sure. But you need sleep. What I call meds: meditation, exercise, diet, and sleep. That's the meds. And your kitchen's your hospital. Your circadian rhythm is directly connected to life. So the time that you feel drowsy is your body telling you it's time for rest. And when you wake up around the time the sun rises, depending on what time zone you're in, is your time of alignment to arise with the sun. That's your circadian rhythm. That's your alignment with life that I speak about. You need 7 or 8 or even 9 hours of sleep to recalibrate your mind, realign your body, and recenter your spirit. Your recovery and your repair happens during sleep. That's what makes it important. Doesn't mean that you're a procrastinator or you're a bum, a barely useful male, or you're not going to be great or successful at business because you're getting 7 hours of sleep. Just go to bed a little early. The next thing is seeking and aligning with your purpose. Everything in life, everything that God created has purpose. Nothing that exists is without purpose. I mean, even the dirt has purpose. Everything has purpose. So you taking care of your family or raising your kids or having your career, That's not necessarily your purpose. Your purpose is why you were created, why you actually exist. Your purpose isn't getting money. Your purpose isn't being an influencer. Your purpose isn't um, being some great business person. Your purpose is why you were created. Now, one way that you can know your purpose is, does your purpose help you become better, grow, and evolve? And also, if it is shared with someone else, does it allow them to get better, grow, and evolve? Which is what love embodies, which is what God embodies. That's one way to know or to be able to identify what your purpose is. You being a great business might only help you and your family. You being a great mother or father only helps your family. See, a few ways to attract and align with your purpose is to be in a state of appreciation, to be in a state of gratitude, to be thankful where you are and what you have. No matter if you're striving and aspiring for more, just be grateful and appreciative for where you have. That's why you guys have heard me say on the many occasions that I'm thankful for who I was, who I am, and who I am becoming. I'm not trying to isolate one specific part of myself to only be happy and appreciative and grateful for. I'm grateful for all the trials, the tribulations. I'm grateful for the pain. I'm grateful for the hurt. I'm grateful for where I grew up at. I'm grateful for the household I grew up in, no matter if it was dysfunctional, no matter if it was lower class as far as our financial status, no matter if I grew up in the hoods and my family comes from the projects and things of that nature. It doesn't matter. I'm honored and so appreciative and grateful for who I was, who I am, and who I am becoming.
OG talk.
This type of mindset emits the highest or one of the highest forms of vibration, frequency, and energy. And that energy is magnetic. So the more you're in that state of energy and emitting that energy, the higher or the stronger your magnetic attraction is to acquire or to bring towards you your purpose and opportunities to be the greatest or the best version of yourself, or to achieve the greatest achievement in life, which is to become who you truly are. This is when life conspires, brings you ideas such as this video. Everything was once an illusion, and then it converts into an idea. And then that idea connects with your imagination, and your imagination brings things into reality. Turning nothing into something is God's work.
OG talk.
So what y'all think about that? I know it's a lot of information, a lot to unpack, a lot to absorb. Watch the video again. Leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Ask questions. That's the greatest source of enlightenment, is to ask questions, to listen and to ask questions, to be open-minded. I tell people all the time, a great individual, a well-rounded or individual that embodies wholeness is one that thinks inside and outside of the box. That's when you get the entire perspective of your experience of life. Recognize that there's additional perspectives of things to be understood beyond what's just obvious to you. Do with this what you will, do with it what you feel. I'll holler at y'all soon. One love.